Leslie Sanchez, a CBS News political contributor and Republican strategist, joins us. Leslie, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's start with the North Korean summit. The president back from Hanoi. No deal, despite an unprecedented level of engagement with the North Korean leader. But is there any progress for the president in that meeting, do you think?
I think long term, if you look at the long lens of history, there definitely will be. If you consider that no sitting president has met with the North Korean leader, a lot of people go back and say, well, there was Carter and Bill Clinton did, but they were, obviously past presidents. So he's making great strides there. But you have two bombastic leaders taking this unprecedented step to come together. And this is not a fast, rapid response. I see the look on your face. It's not going to happen right away for either country. I don't think it behooves the U.S. nor our relationship abroad.
But I have to ask, do you think there was a real game plan going into this?
I love that approach. It's hard to say what the president was thinking, but I think strategically we have to give the president props here in terms of starting that conversation. A lot of people don't want to do that. This is a long, ongoing effort. We can see historically that you've seen North Korea both in the 90s and the 2000s walked away from any of their denuclearization, so you can't trust them. They have to build that credibility. I think that's what the president's doing. It may take 5 meetings, it may take 4 meetings, but the fact we've had 2 meetings in less than a year is really significant.
At the same time, we had Michael Cohen testifying. It was great television. People were riveted by it. But the true takeaways, what was the biggest takeaway from his testimony?
Sure, there's so much to unpack there, but the irony of the whole thing is while it may not be about Russian collusion, it does open the door wider to this idea of kind of backroom deals that were happening with the Trump organization that may or may not have been legal. And I think the fact that Cohen's like, by the way, these are the individuals you should contact, this is their cell phone number.
I mean, Alan Weisselberg's name could not have been said more often.
No, and it's like his office is the third door on the right. So basically, he laid out, strategically exactly where to find those breadcrumbs. Democrats are definitely going to take opportunity with that. You saw the Trumps, particularly Eric and Don Jr., coming back and saying, knowing he perjured himself, he was really looking for a job. They were really parsing different parts of his testimony. But there is a lot there that I do believe the Democrats and some Republicans are going to be concerned about.
Is there a chance that the Democrats get too caught up, though, in some of these investigations? There was that concern of we can do more than one thing, but that concern has been expressed.
It's definitely been expressed. The challenge is that we're looking at a political environment for 2020. What is really going to motivate people to move and get to the polls? Many fundamentally, I think center-right, believe that Mueller's investigation is going to lay the roadmap for the rest of the year. If the Democrats get in front of that with their own investigations, it looks like partisan politics and not really kind of truth and justice with respect to the law.
Leslie, quickly, Jared Kushner's security clearance. You've been through a clearance process to work in the Bush administration like this. How unusual is what happened with Jared Kushner?
It's highly unusual for the reasons that there are no shortcuts, Anthony. You can't just by presidential privilege get that opportunity. And the difference when you get a nomination or a political appointment or a commission to an officer, there is an accountability that goes with that. He is not held accountable if he's working outside those boundaries. That's the concern, not only for the previous White House counsel, certainly the chief of staff, but CIA officials as well.
We'll see what conservatives say. CPAC. A little bit later.
A lot of yelling and excitement.
Leslie Sanchez, as always. Thank you.